So why did I write so much? I was trying to write down some ideas, but I think I just ended up writing like a script for this video. I'm gonna try not to like read off of it, but still. Alright, first things first. My guitar video now has 15,000 views. Woohoo! That was like the initial goal I set for myself, I think, of like what I expected it to be, and it's hit that, and it's at 16,000 now, so it's actually surpassing that within like 5-6 days, which is pretty cool. I did have confidence that it would get an audience, but to be honest, it's performed a little better than I thought it would. And there's a lot of genuine comments coming in. Like yesterday, I think there was a guy who posted a comment, and he just basically wrapped up my exact feelings towards like doing things just for the love of it and like having fun with it. And like, although I kind of haven't been playing the guitar anymore, I still had a really good time, and I can move on to other things in my life without having any regrets, and just having a nice little memory about being in a band with my friends. Yeah, I think that's super special. But anyways, still working on the other video. I've been working on like this gym video as well. I think I mentioned that yesterday very briefly, but yesterday's video was something I probably won't do again. I was literally so tired, and today I'm making this video at 1:50 a.m. Still not the greatest, but yesterday's I started at like 4 a.m. so I was literally so tired making that. I was literally like staring at the screen, and my eyes, I could barely keep them open, but I wanted to finish the video before I went to sleep, and like my vision was getting blurry because like I've been staring at my screen and editing for hours straight. But that video was literally just to practice like my pacing, my cuts, like something my roommate told me. I showed him my videos. What's up, Chris? One thing he said was like the cuts of my video were a little awkward because I kept like cutting off sentences and words, and to be honest, like I have been basically just trying to get better and faster at those kind of cuts and edits, but in reality it's very sloppy. So I try to make it a little bit more listenable. If it sounds like shit, just let me know. But besides that, I guess I've just been thinking about a lot of ideas recently. I've been thinking what this channel should be, because like, I've been saying like this is for myself and to practice and grow, and in that sense it's basically just like a scrapbook for like drawing. Like today my brother came down from Boston to the city, and he's just been hanging out with me, staying over. You can hear me too, probably. It's a little awkward, but anyways, yeah, he showed me his scrapbook because he's been trying to learn like drawing like objects and perspective and like his cat and like all these like little things, and like you can see over time he's like slowly but surely getting better, and it is pretty inspiring. And I feel like this channel is basically that. It's not gonna be every video where I talk about a specific thing and like just ramble like I am today. Like yesterday and like the couple days before, like I've just literally making any video, but in every video I think you can see improvement. You can see either my cuts are better, my quality is better, the setup's better. I like added another light here because I talked to someone yesterday that said like they told me they're an engineer, programmer or something, but like they really love interior design, just designing things in general. So I actually talked to him about like a couple different things, like the lighting. He explained like the difference between hard light and soft light, where hard light is like light from a specific point. Let's say like you have a light bulb or something, and like when you have something in front of it you can see like a very distinct shadow. But soft light is usually better. Soft light, the difference is it's like light coming from like an entire area, so you don't see like distinct shadows. I think yesterday's video, like not yesterday, 2 days ago, the background had like so many like shadows, and like even my left side of my face, like maybe right side, I don't know, I guess right side for me, but left side from the camera had a lot of like shadows and stuff like that. But that's why I added this lamp. I just stole it from the living room, so I probably have to put it back, but gonna invest in one soon probably. But yeah, even things like the posters in the background, like I showed it to my friend, and one thing he mentioned was like generally like the idea is good, like the spacing and everything, and like the weights of it. Something he said was, imagine putting all of the, I guess, posters in my case, like on a sheet and trying to balance it on your hand, and like you can feel the weight, like the literal weight of it, but you can also feel that when you look at the posters itself, if that makes sense, like how skewed it is to one side, you can feel that. So something in the background right now, something that would probably make it feel a little bit more balanced, is like putting a smaller poster on the right side next to the Attack on Titan, because it's like very heavy on that side. Also, one of my posters fell. But another thing that he mentioned was like generally, rather than having a top heavy design, you should have a bottom heavy design. So I'll probably change my posters a little bit later on, but I'm a little lazy right now. I'll work on some other things. But yeah, this is gonna just be my channel where I just work on random shit. So like I'll make a Kendrick Lamar To Pimp a Butterfly review, because I'm just working on that for my video anyway. If I get like bigger, maybe like it's not gonna be the best, like maybe people will steal my ideas and stuff, but I don't think I have to worry about that for a long time. Yeah, but there's been like a lot of other things I've been working on too, in terms of like the videos, like the title thumbnails for these videos and my other video as well, the the guitar video, like I've been changing the titles and thumbnails so many times. I've been trying to keep the very first thumbnails the same for this channel, but the titles I've been changing for sure. And you won't see the progress directly in the videos necessarily, but like either the equipment or the background or the titles or the thumbnails or just the pacing, the cuts, like the editing style, the audio, sound effects, everything like that. These things I've been thinking about a lot. Every time I watch a YouTube video now, I'm just literally locked in to seeing whether it's a good video or not, and like determining why it has this certain amount of views it does. You know, like you can kind of tell just from the title and the thumbnail, is it intriguing, right? Does it really make a viewer want to click it? Like if you were to scroll past it and you didn't click on it, would you think about it later on and be like, oh, I need to know what that video is about? There's some videos like that. Like Veritasium is a great example. There's this other video we saw earlier today, like performative, like emo girls or something like that. I think like literally I was talking to my brother about that, of like, I like the idea of it. It's like very clickbaitable, but the vibe of the thumbnail doesn't match the title. And just going into Inspect Element and changing the title to be all lowercase, I think personally makes it more appealing if you're trying to lean into that, you know? Like you have to think about what you're actually trying to do with like your video and things like that. So another aspect is like the storytelling. I think the storytelling for my guitar video, I tried to put some effort into making it like a cohesive story with like different parts to it, like me like getting inspired and then learning the guitar, and then me wanting to make a band, and then me actually being in a band, and then the conclusion, right? But I think something I was talking about recently with a friend was different storytelling techniques, you know, different ways you can craft it and like bring it all together. Because I think the ending of my video is fine, but I don't think it's the best it could have been. Like for example, there's this one technique people use in like these like slop TV shows where like they first start off with like story A, right? And they give you the intro, and right before the climax, they like get you really invested, and then they cut to a second story. That second story starts, and then they do the same thing. Build up, build up, build up, get you right there. And then right before they give you the payoff, they cut back to the first story and give you the payoff to that one. But before going back to story B, they give you another story, right? They give you like story C, the beginning of that. So it's like you're watching story C, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, what happened in story B, right? You want to see what happens next, but that happens forever and ever and ever. And if you're trying to keep retention forever, that's like a good strategy. But for YouTube, it's more like you need an ending. And in my case, I think just circling back the ideas from the beginning to the very end would probably make a more compelling story and like make people like come out of the video even more like satisfied with it. So an example being like, I ended my guitar video with like, oh, like I ended up in the band and all that stuff, and I had a lot of fun. And if you just like believe in yourself and do it and like try to do this for yourself, like well, maybe you won't be alone forever. To give that some more weight and like some more punch to it is like in the beginning, I could be like, when I first introduced like why I wanted to make a band, it's like I could say like,
I felt lonely, I wanted to share this experience with others, and
I was doing this on my own, and like on Instagram nobody was really even that interested, right? And it felt like I wanted to share this passion with other people. And at the very end, I could be like, maybe you won't be alone forever, or maybe you will be, or something like that, where it's like it comes from somewhere. It's not just a random point that ends the video, like just a small little tangent. I think tomorrow I'll probably actually work more on this video because it was the weekend, and even today I didn't spend too much time on it, but that's fine. Like I'm literally unemployed now. I'm trying to do this stuff, so I have all the time in the world, if anything too much, but I hope that I will get better. And oh, one thing I was thinking about was like maybe at the end of these videos before I like end it off, I'll have like 1 second of like what my channel looks like right now. I don't know if I'll have like all the channels, but like at least just like the most recent videos and like the subscriber count and like the views and stuff like that. And like maybe as I go on, I can look at the very end and then like be able to see what it looked like back then. Because I feel like a lot of people wish they recorded them for starting something, and like the joys of like being engrossed in something and like just learning as much as you can about it and like just loving every moment of it. And like honestly, I have been having just like a lot of fun, and it's nice. I think I could do this for a while as long as I have new fresh ideas that like somehow hit the algorithm, you know. If it's not feasible and I'm broke and I'm homeless on the streets, I mean, maybe I'll be asking you guys to subscribe instead of like for money for food or drugs or whatever. But anyways, I'll probably just add a clip right here.
It's been kind of eye-opening. I sort of randomly here and there picked up episodes of, you know, old shows that I hadn't watched in a long time from like the early 2000s, and just the casual sort of gay humor, casual use of the hard R.
Oh, really?
It's jarring. Yeah, it's jarring now. And for
Casual use of hard R.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like okay, it was an episode of American Dad. And it was just
Really?
like, yeah, it wasn't for shock value. It was just used.
Whoa.
Right? Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? That was in 2003 or something, like 2002. I'm not going to deny that I dropped my fair share of hard R's back then, because we didn't even, the term hard R didn't even exist. That doesn't feel like that long ago. But to my kids...
Are you talking like N-word hard R?
What? No.
That's gonna be all. Okay, peace. See ya.